Hey guys, it's Micah from Sapulpa Times.
And Lucy with the city of Sapulpa.
You're going to hear more about what Lucy was talking about here in just a minute because we're going to go over what happened this weekend. But first, really excited to share this news. So if you were watching the countdown, you saw Bill Mauch standing out in front of the sign over by, oh my gosh, Coldwell Banker.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, uh, which you should know that, right? Isn't
Yeah.
that, aren't you a former Coldwell
Yeah,
Banker?
but I can't see her picture.
Well, I know, but like,
Yes.
but they're always the ones that do the birthdays.
Hmm.
And so Bill Mott turned 101 yesterday, as a matter of fact, and he hit it. He hit 101. So now the goal is 102. And guys, we put out the big goal of trying to help him get 101 birthday cards before he hit 101. And I got to be honest, I so to be very fair here, his daughter hit me up on like April 6th asking me if we could do this, and I forgot. I forgot about it until like a week later. And I felt really bad about that, but I was like, hey, we'll give it a try. Did not think it was going to happen. And then she texted me yesterday, and he got exactly 101 birthday cards by his 101st birthday. And you can see the picture. I don't know if you've seen the graphic, but it's got like a lot of, you can tell that there was some kids involved that they got in there and gave him some birthday cards. So super excited about that. Guys, so all of you who participated in that and answered the call to help out Mr. Mauch there, thank you for doing that. I think it was a very sweet gesture to a man who has become a good friend of mine now. It's really great. I never thought I'd be friends with a World War II veteran of all things, but he's a cool guy, and man, it's so neat that he's 101 now. That is so crazy. But yeah, so all of you guys who answered the call there, thanks for doing that. That was great. Um, yeah, well, I'll hit you. I'll try and give you a little more heads up for the 102nd birthday.
There you go.
That'll be this time next year. Don't let me forget. All right, go ahead and put it in your calendar now. So we had some surprising weather over the weekend. The Yesterday was fantastic. By
Yes.
the way, I thought it was going to be colder yesterday than it was, but it ended up being great. We like did gardening and stuff. My wife did. I sat outside and like she asked me to do things, and I did them.
Yeah.
I moved things and got her the pots out of the garage. She refuses to go in the garage because of spiders.
Yeah.
And so
I'm
I
on
got
board
her
with that.
whatever she needed, but she wanted to do it. And so she did. What about you? Did you spend any time outside yesterday?
All day.
All day?
All day. Yeah, I thought it was going to be a little colder than it was. And so for church, I tried to put Hudson in pants and he kind of pushed back a little bit because he's like, Mom, we run around the gym. I'm like, okay, fine. But then when we got out of church, I was like, I'm kind of glad I put you in shorts because it's warm. And so, yeah, we played outside all day and it was great.
Yeah, good times. Now, you were telling me before the show got started, so they had this tournament that was going on last weekend, and if you guys had made it further into that tournament, I don't know when it ended. Tell people about what kind of tournament this was.
Yeah,
Not
so
those.
it's a Friday night's lights tournament, and so the tournament starts at 6 o'clock with the first pitch on every field, and then it just continues until you have a winner. And so, depending on how quick the games go, which games are mostly pretty much an hour, sometimes they can be a little bit longer, but a championship game was scheduled for like 11 p.m. And before the tournament, I had kind of done the math, and I'm like, they're expecting these games to start on the hour, at the hour. That's no warm up time. And so, as I did the math, I'm like, that's a 1 a.m. championship game. Like, if you go all the way to championship, you're playing at 1 a.m. And so, I was a little stressed out about the tournament. But I know that the rain ended some of the games. So,
Oh, yeah.
some of the games were still going on when the rain hit. Um, Ours was not. Thankfully, I was in bed and asleep by like 10:30. So I was proud of that for myself, but I was sad for the boys because that did mean that we went home pretty early in the tournament. So we are a rec team. We have always been a rec team. We don't claim to be a tournament team. But we thought, this will be fun. Let's just try it. And yeah, these teams we played, they had definitely traveled a little bit of distance, and this is what they do. And so, politely, it was a butt kicking. So
It's a polite butt kicking.
politely, it was a butt kicking, and our boys just did not even know what happened, to
It's
be
a different
honest.
level when you're playing like teams who are built for tournament teams. Man, that's a different kind of baseball.
Yes, and the thing that I have to remind Hudson, because like one of the things he said was like they're so big. Um, yes, because we Hudson plays up. He's always played up because he has been like more advanced. And so like technically he could be playing T-ball right now because of his age.
Oh, really?
But he is more advanced than that, so we play up. And so yeah, as a 6-year-old, when a 9-year-old steps up to bat, like
Can be a little intimidating, I'm
it's a new
sure.
ball game.
Yeah,
It's something that
it's a different.
we see a little bit, but not very often. So
Um, I mean, I'm all for getting them that experience early. I think
yeah.
it's you get to kind of see what baseball looks like
Hmm.
in the future for you, or right now as you're getting your butt kicked. But
Yeah.
hey, I've been there.
So it was good. We were able to, tell the boys like when you get bigger, when you are 9, like you do have more power, you do have more speed,
Yeah,
like it's okay. Um, so yeah, it was great. They still had fun. Obviously they didn't enjoy losing, but they still had fun. At one point we in one of the games we were getting our butts really kicked. And they were having some fun in the dugout. And so there was a part of me that was like, sit your butt down and pay attention to the game. Like you're losing and your teammates are up there batting, you need to cheer for them. And then the other part of me was like, they're still having fun. Like they're still here trying to enjoy this. And like they had just fully accepted like this game. They're kicking our butts. So it was fine.
so you guys have a game tonight also,
We
and
we
one
do.
tomorrow, right? Yeah,
We have 2 games this week, and they're ready to try to turn around and kick other teams' butts.
yeah.
So
Go back to the being the butt kicker and that's
yeah, it
kicking.
it was crazy. On Thursday we celebrated a huge win. We um, run ruled the team and really beat them. And so our boys celebrated and they went to school and they talked smack at school. And so we're working on sportsmanship. And so then to go out Friday night and lose in the exact same manner, it was like I reminded Hudson, like, you don't like losing like that. And you definitely don't want those boys coming over here telling you they kicked your butt. And he's like, no. I'm like, yeah, so don't do that to your friends that
Yeah.
you go to school with. So it was so good.
Good times though.
Yeah.
So we had our first game last week, first game of the season. Kid you not, I mean, we had some of the same. It's funny because it doesn't matter how old you are, you will still have that same experience when you see a kid who they say he's 12, but he looks like he drove there to this game, okay? Stepped up to the plate, and I'm looking at this kid and I'm like, I mean, I swear he had a mustache. I really thought. And I don't know. As the coach, I was tempted to go, but I know these coaches and everything,
Mhm.
and of course they're not going to break the rules or anything. But I mean, they recruited some corn-fed, like
Yeah.
huge, big old football boys
Yeah.
to play baseball that year, and of course he got a good hit and he belted it to the outfield,
Hmm.
and that's always another thing is like when you're playing how old is Hudson again? He's
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 6.
he's 6. So, but you get that 9-year-old that steps up there and busts it, and you can't even do anything. All you can do is just watch
Yeah.
because it's going over everybody's head, and you're like,
They
"But you've
start
done this
they
before."
just start like running. Just yeah.
That's all you can do.
Hmm.
But and we're like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
baseball."
No, yes, 100%. Like there was a kid that stepped on third base that I'm like, that kid's taller than me, which doesn't say a whole lot.
I
Like I'm
know,
not very tall,
but
but still, I'm like,
10U, right? So
yeah,
and coach
it's
pitch
8U.
8U. Okay,
Yes. But if your birthday falls a certain way, you can be 9.
9. Yeah,
And so,
that's
yeah,
what we
I'm
call.
like, that kid is about to be 10. Or I don't know. He should not be on this field. I think coach or kid pitch is over there.
Yeah. And he'll probably be on kid pitch, and then he'll go back to being maybe the baby of the group or something. But
Yeah.
we've got several of you guys chiming in to say good morning. Just want to point that out. Hello, good morning to all of you guys who are hanging out with us. Glad you are joining us. Still recapping the weekend. So on Friday, no,
Mhm.
Saturday was the cleanup day, and I did want to bring that up. All I have is the voucher from last week, so this doesn't really matter. Just a reminder of cleanup day. But how many vouchers did you say they handed out?
So we actually handed out 451, and then 251 of those were actually redeemed on Saturday.
Okay, so it's weird.
Hmm.
Like 450 people got vouchers, and only 250 of them redeemed them.
Hmm.
Do you think people took what I said last week about selling your voucher on the black market? Did they take that to heart, you think?
No, I think that it's one of those things where um, we had people start picking them up, more than a month in advance, and so they probably had like high hopes of what they were going to clean out and what they were going to take care of, and then sometimes when you start doing it, it's like, meh. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't get a voucher. And then on Saturday morning, I got up and decided that I was gonna spring clean. And so, like, five trash bags and a box later, I
Like,
was
man, I
headed to
should have got a
Goodwill.
voucher. Well, the good news is, Lucy, is if you didn't get a voucher at that time, you've got another opportunity coming up.
Okay.
So there's going to be a Clean Up Creek County Free Dump Day that's happening on May the 9th, 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. or until full. So this is a little bit, and I have gotten there. I remember last year or the year before or something, it got there. It was like sopping wet. And I didn't have a ton, but I had stuff I wanted to get rid of. And I was trying to get there, and I think it was going until 4. And I showed up before they closed, but they were already full. And so we didn't get to dump our stuff. I had to hang on to it or something. But so this is one of those ones where it pays to be there early because this is open to the entire county,
Hmm.
entire Creek County. It'll be over at the Creek County Fairgrounds. They're taking, the normal stuff, yard clippings and furniture and mattresses and also batteries, electronics, tires, and household items, which I think some of those things the city couldn't take, right?
Mm-mm.
They are not accepting grease, flammables, dirt, or paint or rock. I thought for a second that that said flammable dirt. And I was like, what kind of dirt is flammable? That doesn't make any sense to me. Okay. And so, but they're not taking rock.
Right. So,
I'm
like,
like,
some people
okay.
will clean out their flower beds and like take out that rock or
Yeah.
whatever, and you can't dispose of that
What do you do? I got to do that. I've got a flower bed that's got all that white rock in it. I
if you
need
don't
to get
want it.
rid of it. What do I do with it? Okay.
Call like Gym Dirt.
Okay.
I don't know. They have like a disintegrator. They may be able to get rid of it.
What about just a landfill though? Would that work?
I don't know.
Me neither. Okay, we'll find out. God, I'm sorry that I'm unprepared for this. But so anyway, I'm not gonna be able to take my flower bed rock to this thing, but I'm sure I've got other stuff that'll work. So a couple weeks, you got I think it says here you need proof of residency to so you need to bring like a bill of some sort. I suppose your driver's license if it has your address and you live in Creek County, that would suffice. But yeah, this not a voucher system. This is to get in line and wait and get there early because they almost always fill up, I think.
Hmm.
Especially on this one and especially if the weather's going to be nice. So
Hmm.
anyway, if you missed this last weekend, you've got another opportunity coming up. So don't forget about that. The last thing I wanted to remind you guys about is the upcoming groundbreaking over at the Auto Museum that is happening later today. The big expansion that they're doing. Do you know anything about this expansion, Lucy?
I know that it's a grant funded project.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
And I think they're adding another 5 or 7,000 square feet to this thing. And there'll be some inside and some outside additions. So it's really cool. What's funny to me is this is one of those buildings where you don't realize how big it is until you get inside.
Hmm.
And then, so the fact that they're expanding just means, holy cow, they're going to be able to put even more in this thing.
Yeah.
Because it's actually bigger than it looks from the outside. Especially when you got the world's tallest gas pump standing right next to it. It kind of dwarfs the
Hmm.
building, I feel like.
Yeah.
So, anyway, are you going to be there for that?
Hmm.
Okay. So that'll be at 11 o'clock today or 11:30, something like that. So you got to be sure to, I mean, it's open to the public if you want to come out and hear from the folks who are involved. And I think they'll do a proper groundbreaking ceremony and stuff. So if you're not able to be there, we'll write a story about it afterwards. But
Hmm.
anyway, that I think is pretty much it. unless you have anything else. No? Okay. Guys, hope you had a great weekend. I think we've got the chance for some storms a little later on this week. Hopefully, the weather today and tomorrow, I think, is going to be good since
Hmm.
for baseball, I think.
Hmm. Well, I looked this morning because I would like to wash my car, and it looks like we're not going to get rain till this weekend.
So you're going to wait, and because that's what
Yeah,
happens,
because if
right?
I go wash my car today, then it's
Is that
going to
right?
rain tomorrow.
Yeah, so don't do it today.
I'm not.
You need that good weather for
I'll
the.
probably wait till Wednesday.
Okay.
So sorry if you have games on Thursday.
They'll probably be fine. Won't be a lot of rain, just enough to pull the dirt out of the air on your
Probably.
freshly washed car.
Hmm.
So, anyway, guys, thanks for tuning into the Time Loop Live. We'll see you again on Wednesday where we talk about all things happening in the town that we love. Have a great Monday, everybody. We'll see you at the ball fields.
Bye.
Bye bye.